Hello, my friends. I hope you are doing well in mind, body, and in spirit. And before I get into what I want to talk about today, I just want to share with you these lovely, beautiful flowers from my daughters. Oh, they're so special. Aren't those pretty? I'll tell you, I have the best children in the world. They got those for me because I had uh, scored high marks on my college work, and they were so proud of me. Really made my day because it's been a struggle starting over and going back to school, getting some qualifications, but I take it day by day. So that's an important lesson there, is to stop and take time to celebrate yourself. So I appreciate the girls helping me to do that. But yeah, today I just wanted to talk about how I met my husband, the love of my life. Um, I was 19 at the time, and um, I didn't learn until later that he and I were attending the same college. And but I was dating this other guy at the time, and the guy that I was dating, I won't mention his name. Um, he was engaged to this one girl, and but obviously things didn't work out. So he and I met, started dating, and but that guy wasn't. He just wasn't good to me. He was a player, cheated on me a lot, broke my heart a lot. Um, but before we broke things off, we used to always go and visit my husband's place. And the guy that I was dating, he wasn't, he didn't know my husband that well, but my husband was roommates with these other guys. And so that's why the guy I was with at the time would go over to their apartment. Um, but anyways, my husband was very welcoming. He was so hospitable, so nice. You know, his name in the Congolese language, which is Lingala, Kitoko, means nice. So he actually lived up to his name. I mean, the most nicest, kindest human being you ever wanted to meet. And yeah, he would show me things, he would teach me things. And I never had anyone be that kind and nice to me in such a long time. And not even the guy that I was with, you know, that I was dating at that time. Um, and I used to always ask that guy, when are we going back to Nestor's place? When are we going back over there? Oh, you know, I just love going over there because I knew Nestor would be there. And I just knew I would be treated well and I was going to learn something. I always learned so much under his wings. And there was no chemistry, there was no physical attraction or anything. He was just kind and nice. And so, yeah, this one particular day, I called to my boyfriend's house, and my husband was over there, and he answered the phone. And I asked to speak to my boyfriend, and he said, well, he's here with his fiance. And I said, what do you mean, his fiance? I'm his girlfriend. And he was like, well, he's with her right now. And of course, that broke my heart. And my husband said, look, why don't you give me your number and let me take you out sometime? He said, Dolly, you don't need this guy. This guy's playing you, and he's not treating you right. You need someone who would be good to you. And you know, again, like I say, I wasn't into him, didn't feel anything, but just to make that guy jealous, you know, I just gave my husband my number. And so a few weeks later, he called me and, you know, said, let me take you out. He took me to dinner. And that's where I learned that we both were attending the same college. And so he would pick me up every day. Every day of the week, I mean literally, he would give me $10 a day for lunch every day. And And then it got to a point, he said, well, look, instead of me driving you to school every day, let me teach you how to drive, and you can take my car at times, because sometimes he had to work and couldn't always make it. But on days, excuse me, on days when he had to work, he still would make sure that I got to college. I used to take the bus, but he wanted to make sure I got there. So if he couldn't pick me up and take me, he'd have one of his friends, pick me up and take me. So he taught me how to drive, and would let me take his car. And I thought, wow, this guy is amazing. He's just amazing, just lovely. And in about 2 weeks after that, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and of course I agreed. And yeah, and we only dated for 3 months. That's it. 3 months. And then after that, we got married. And we remained married for 23 years. Isn't that something? Wow. I mean, you do not hear about marriages like that today. Today, people give up so easily, so quickly, because people think they're supposed to be happy all the time. Well, I wasn't happy. Please, that is not a constant state. That's not a constant way of being. You're not going to always continuously be happy. I think movies and TV, have messed us up with that, thinking we're supposed to always be happy. And let me tell you, in those 23 years, it was rocky roads. There were dead ends and merges and U-turns and hills to climb and valleys. Lots of tears and hard work and sweating and times wanting to give up. But it was a love like no other. It was unconditional love. No matter what we went through, I don't care how difficult, I don't care how hard, I don't care how degrading, I don't care how bad. There was nothing that he and I could do that we could not get through and love each other through it unconditionally. We loved each other through all our hardships. It's so easy to love anyone when conditions are favorable. Oh, you got plenty of money, your health is great, you got good looks, everything's going your way. Sure, easy to love then. But who are you when all that is taken from you? When you lose everything like we did, and I mean everything, we lost it. But we did not lose love for one another. We stood the test of time, and we got through things. And that love was so pure and so unconditional. It's hard to find that kind of love today. So, and when I was 18, I was engaged to this Hispanic guy, and I'm waiting for him at the altar. The dude never showed up. I was jilted, yes, at the altar. But I'm so grateful, because the universe and my ancestors, they knew this is not the man for you. And little did I know, 9 months later, my husband, the man that I should have been with, was waiting for me. And I'm so glad I lived through it, because when that man did not show up at our wedding, that nearly took my life. I mean, there was no explanation, there was no letter. While I'm waiting for him at the altar, he didn't show up. I had to run home and see where he was. Was he late? Did he get in a car accident? What happened? And when I went in the house, he took everything. He took everything. He left. Only thing he left were my clothes. And even my clothes, he had it scattered all over the place. No explanation. But anyways, I'm so grateful that I met my husband, the man that I should have been with. So women, I would tell you, be patient. wait, get wisdom, get guidance. We don't always get it right, and that's okay. But don't rush into things. If you're thinking of remarrying, do not rush into things. Take your time, and yeah, you definitely wouldn't want anything like that happening to you. That was very difficult to be 18 and get through something like that. Didn't have the emotional, um, emotionally, I just didn't know how to get through that. Um, but I did. I did. I'm a survivor. Yes, I did. So, but yeah, so that's my story. I would love to hear your story or anything you'd like to share with me. How did you meet the love of your life? Please like and share if you are watching this via Facebook. And if you are watching this via YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let me hear about your story. Please take care of yourself. Get plenty of rest. Drink plenty of water. Exercise. If you can't do 30 minutes, do 5 or 10. But do something. Eat as healthily as you can. Keep your mind positive. Listen to motivating things or read something positive. Listen to positive music. But do take care of your mind. Until next time, I love you. I am your friend and your sister. We'll speak next time.